Hello and welcome. Today is June 18th, 2025, and today we'll be playing Be Rising. I'm your host, Xolo Q. I'm a Xolo's Quaintly Reaper and Guide to the Underworld. And on today's stream, I will be starting off a brand new castle that I haven't really tried to build on this plot before. So this is kind of an experiment for me in a way. This plot kind of came across my attention while I was doing the top 20 best base locations video that I recently put out on my YouTube channel. And when I made that and put it all together, I was thinking, man, I'd really like to build on this plot. So I said, you know what the hell, let's get started. Let's do it, and let's put it together. So yeah, today's gonna be an interesting stream for sure, in the sense that this plot is flat. It doesn't have any elevated area. So if you take a look here, you know, it's just a flat plot, right? The reason why I like this plot so much is because of the straight long line through the center that you can just go all the way back. So if I want to make like a really impressive throne room, this is like the spot. So, another thing too is that this plot actually has some scarecrows. There were some here as well, but I decided to get rid of these so I can make like a separate building here to kind of complement the fact that this kind of comes out. So I might make like a little, perhaps I'm considering maybe having a stable or something here. So I might make like a little stable or some kind of building or structure for the horses. Over here, I'm gonna keep this pretty much the same. I set this up beforehand. That being said, I'm probably going to replace the grass here with some growing plots potentially, but I haven't decided what plant I'm gonna use for that if I am gonna do that. So I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Oh, and I just realized for some reason I have an echo. I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, the echo is gone, and I do apologize, but, it's good that I caught that early. Anyway, what I am gonna do, besides put this together, is mention that my, the current file that I'm playing on, this is a local save file. I have custom settings set up. I'm not using any mods or anything like that. But basically, I have created settings that is basically kind of like a sandbox mode. So it's really similar to what you would expect from like a sandbox experience. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I probably will be using console commands every once in a while just to keep my vampire alive or whatever the heck I need to do. But other than that, I'm not going to be doing anything too wild or too crazy. So yeah, I'm going to put on some music so you guys can sit back, relax, and this is going to be a really chill stream for the most part. I think I'm going to start off with some, you know, rock music, chill out, you know, have a good old time, get a strong start, and maybe by the end of the stream I might switch to something like jazz and just relax and enjoy. So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I look forward to it, and I hope that we can get some decent progress on this particular plot today. So yeah, hopefully that works out, and hopefully we get something done. Alright, so now that that's over with and I did my whole introduction and spiel, let's get started. Alright. Let me turn the music down a little bit for you guys. Alright, that should be good. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm gonna start off with a stable. I'm gonna put down some of the stable flooring. Kind of on the fence on how I want to set this up. We're gonna use a double wide door. And for the windows, I'm going to use the wooden window hatches. And we're gonna open these two. Let's put down a wallpaper as well. I could make like a brick outside. I actually really like this wallpaper a lot. I could use this, or I could go with something else a little bit different. I'm not sure if I want to have a solid wall or not on each side. I'll have to decide. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on this. Maybe I should close these up on the sides. It's kind of playing it by ear. And then on the inside, I'll use a different kind of wall. There we go. Looking good. We're gonna put down our stables. Oh, I'm standing too close. There we go. And we're gonna put our little horsies in here. Luckily for us, we're right near the horse track, so I am gonna adopt a couple of them right now, actually. Normally I wouldn't do that while I'm building, but I can't help myself. I have to put them in there. Hopefully they like their new home. This one's not too bad. We'll see 8.46. Not that I'm going to be using it at all, but it's worth looking at least. Let's see what else I got here. So this one will stay here, and then the other one I'll just grab. That was really random, seeing a random skeleton right here when I spawned in. That was kind of weird. I don't think I've ever seen that, so that's new. Let's put down a door. Maybe something... I gotta think about this. I could maybe put something like this, or I could put something like a... Well, you know what? I think I will keep the double door. I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep the double door. And we're gonna put this in here so that, you know, there's not a draft at night and they don't get cold. Alright. Gotta keep them nice and toasty. But not too toasty. And then I think I'm also going to place down some stable stuff. So we're gonna go with some stable decorations. We're gonna go with the furniture. Then I'm gonna go to stables furnishing, and I'm gonna use the watering trough. And I'm gonna put one right here and another one right here. I don't think there's any real difference when you spin them around, but better safe than sorry. I like to mirror them. And then I'm also gonna put down some lighting. So of course for our lights, I want to use something that's maybe not too dark, but also not too bright. I want them to be able to rest in here, right? And I think I am gonna go with something like this. I think I am going to also leave these lower ones down here. I think that's fine. I guess I could rise it up or use one of these if I really wanted to, but I'm kind of on the fence on that, and I'm kind of thinking maybe it's best if I don't. So I think this is enough lighting for now. We'll just leave this alone and see how I feel about it later. But I do want to add in another round of furniture items because I want to make sure that there's stuff here that kind of looks like it belongs. Not that there isn't, I just want more. And unfortunately you can't place these on top of the stables without doing like some key command chicanery, so I'm just gonna put it like right here. And I can't seem to get it like directly in the center either, so we're gonna have to go with this. Or I can maybe use like a pile or something like this kind of hay bale, so maybe something like this so it's less obvious. So I think I'm gonna put this here, and I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm pretty satisfied with what we have here. But yeah, I'm gonna close these windows, and then I'm going to go around and start working on the outside. Something else that I just realized, for some reason. What is going on here? I just want to make sure that the streams are working, because for some reason, some of them aren't really loading, and that is kind of concerning. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Alright. Moving on. I think for the outside of this building, I might want to put something that has maybe a little bit more... I don't know. I kind of want to use like an outdoorsy light like this, like this kind of thing, right? Or maybe with like a natural light to it, possibly. But at the same time, I look at that, I'm like, do I want that, or do I want something more like this? And I really love these orbs. Like, these orbs, like, they're so cool. But I don't know, I feel like the other one probably makes more sense on the outside, so I'm gonna go with this. Keep it a little more traditional. Alright, continuing. So the most important part of this plot is going to be this black stripe down here. The reason why I decided to make a stripe to make sure that this is aligned is so that by the time I start building my throne room, I build it in a way that actually is coherent and makes sense. Because it's really easy to make a mistake here, and I decided that I'm going to make a castle that I'm going to build up from here, and then it's going to have multiple balconies kind of facing this way, so that it'll face like the waterfront. So that's going to be the plan, and then maybe I'll put like a little farm or something down here, but I haven't decided exactly yet. Hello, Dark Eyes Blue Magician. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Welcome back. I think I'm also going to... Actually, you know what? Let's start placing our foundation so that I can decide that a little bit later. So I'm going to go with a... You know what, let's go with any... It doesn't really matter what kind of foundation I use, but I'm going to use one that's like visually distinct enough so that I know what is what. So, of course, this part I'm not going to change at all, but I am going to change the sides. So I want to eat up this space here. So I'm going to make sure to keep it symmetrical. So if I do this, this is perfectly symmetrical on both sides. This is as wide as I can possibly make this without having it look kind of weird. I mean, that could be a good or bad thing, depending on who you ask. But I think we can work with that. The hard part is going to be the stairs and trying to make the stairs look somewhat presentable without sacrificing too much. I think I want to go with like a traditionally dark looking castle, like a kind of like a dark spooky looking castle without being in like the cursed forest. How does the new devlog confirm we get more updates? Technically yes, literally no, if that makes sense. So basically, they just said that they're kind of revisiting or looking back into what they can do for the game, essentially. And they didn't confirm outright anything, but it definitely sounded like it. Hello, Sunoka. Welcome to the chat. Stairs are so awkward to place in this game. Oh, they're not just awkward. They're annoying. They're annoying. It's not just about awkwardness nowadays, especially with all the, you know, nonsense that you see. I'm kind of on the fence as far as like how I'm going to set this up. Part of me wants to put this here, like with an extra space in front. The other part of me wants to tuck it in by one and then just have like kind of like a elevated floor. I think I'm gonna tuck it in and see what it looks like at first, and then from there I'll just determine what I want to do. So from here it looks kind of meh, I guess. Not too terrible, but I could also put down another staircase right here. Now this is if I'm just using the thick staircase. I have to remind myself to use the black ones, like the I think it's called obsidian something. I have to read it. I'm opening the wrong ones. ebonite, my bad. The ebonite stone stairs. So this is going to be kind of like the basic look up here. So the hard part about this is that the throne needs to go somewhere here, but I'm not sure exactly how I want to space it. I could push this back and have like a one tile like throne space, but that's not going to work out very well when I start implementing stuff. So like, for example, if I take down, or if I put up the actually that's under, I think, dominance, actually. I don't know if I want to use the Throne of Darkness or not. I'm kind of on the fence. I could use something like this, the Ancient Symphony stuff, but it's not going to fit in a one-tile build, so I'm going to have to kind of improvise here, which is fine. I can make a whole nother row up here. This is another reason why I decided to kind of push this back by one. So if we push it back like this, then I can fit a throne. The hard part about this is that I feel like these stairs are too far in. Like maybe they need to move forward by one, and then maybe we can do a little bit more. The way stairs work needs rework. Yeah. See, the fact thrones can't have a ceiling drives me up a wall. Same. It drives me absolutely nuts. I hate it. Hello, Craggy Monty. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? And okay, it looks like we have a bot, so that bot is going to be gone. Goodbye. And you're banned. Be gone, bots. There you go. Alright, back to what we were doing. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to this build because it's one of those builds that I was just like, you know, I never built on like a plot this long that was so flat. So it's gonna open up some opportunities for like visually like impressive builds, but it can also be a little bit of a hazard. So something I could do is I could turn the staircases inward if I really wanted to and have them go up this way and this way, which could make the room look a little bit bigger maybe. So I think that is what I'm gonna end up doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let's add 2 more spaces back here. And then from here, we're going to put down 2 on the side, and then we're going to place down some stairs. So maybe this will work. I want to use the double wide stairs because it's rare that I use them in any of my builds, and I kind of want to, you know, utilize them more because I like them. That's the only reason, no other reason. Okay, so if we back up a little bit, if this stays here and then we put another one here, it's going to look a little bit close here on the side, so that could be a little bit of a downside. I could maybe decide to use a thinner staircase instead, which is an option. I guess I could. I have to think about it though. I could also make a wall here so that there's like a door clearly on each side of this heart, and then hide the heart behind the throne or under the throne. Is it gonna be like a right triangle castle? Not really. I mean, I guess that's not a terrible idea. That's a good question, but no, I think I'm not gonna. What the hell? This already came back? Wow. That's crazy. I like lose the foundation on these tiles for like 2 seconds and it's already like, I'm growing back. Nature has come to claim this land. And I'm just like, bro, what? It just happened so fast. Oh man, because I really want to have this long, you know, throne room entrance. Like I want it to look really grand, but it's going to be hard to do that. I don't know. I don't think it makes sense to close off this space. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to extend it by 2 squares down on this side, but I'm going to keep the original idea and just have it facing the other way. The direction that you face your stairs, I feel like is really important because it changes the look entirely. Like if you're not sure like what you want to do, it's okay to experiment. At least that's how I go about it. All right, here we go. And then we're gonna put down the foundation. Low in the front, high in the back. Nature works fast. Yeah, nature does work fast. It's crazy. Hello, Omnifus. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think I am going to put down a throne. The Throne of Darkness is super tempting. I love this thing, but it's like huge. So the risk with using this throne is that it can make the room look really small. That is like the one bad thing about using this in my case, especially because I'm trying to make this room look as big as possible without it being too wide. But what I could do is place that here, right? And I could kind of enclose the back. So I think I'm going to start off by enclosing the back and just kind of solidifying what the bottom looks like. I'm going to get rid of the stone here. And of course in the back here, I do plan to have kind of maybe some secret doors and stuff going on. So we have like a little hidden compartment. I had a video a while ago where I made different throne rooms in like a series, and for the first installment of that series I had a room that was kind of similar setup to this, but the difference was that I used thinner stairways, and I also created kind of like a hidden room behind the, or like underneath the throne. And in the hidden rooms, it was kind of like a 2-square book nook on each side, which I really liked. I might do slightly bigger rooms this time though, because I do have the space. So in fact, I might even make just 2 bedrooms on the side here. Because I figured, hey, if you're getting attacked and you're asleep, you kind of want to be near the heart. So that might be what the plan is from there. So I'm not sure if I should put the entryway here or on the other side, but I think I'm gonna go with my gut feeling and put it on this side. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. All right, here we go. So now we have our 2 sides completed. Let's see if I can do something a little bit different. Okay, so the good and bad with these walls, right? If I decide not to close out this staircase with a wall instead of just the staircase, I lose out, I gain a little bit more space in the room. Like I'm able to kind of push back and, you know, put things like directly on the back here, which can be nice. But the problem is that I won't be able to change the way this looks. Like I can't like do anything color wise with that staircase. So I think I'm gonna go with my gut and say that this needs to have a wall. I'm not really hurting for space yet, I don't think, so it's gonna be okay. And then of course this is going to be like the back door. Thank you for the follow. Okay, never mind. What is with the bots today, man? I swear it's always like the Wednesday stream that it's like I just get like crazy bots. Insane. What is going on? That's so annoying. Be gone, bots. There we go. Bye. Hello, Musica Musa. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Let's try and put... I could put this here. Or I can extend this, depending on how much foot room I want in front of the throne. So I think I am going to extend this like another row, just because of how big this throne actually is. Yeah, the bots are earlier than you. It's crazy. Usually you're here first. You're slacking, man. You got to beat the bots. No, I'm kidding. Imagine. It's like you gotta race the bots. You can't let them beat you to the punch, man. You can't do it. I have to think about what I'm gonna do here with the doors, because the doors are a little bit trickier since I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use like a default door for now, and then I'll determine that later, because I don't usually start doing wallpapers and stuff until I'm done building out everything and fleshing it out completely. So let me also, I think I'm gonna put a fence around this. I like to put like a little garden fence or something around the heart. Not that it protects it or anything, I just think it looks cool. And sometimes that's all you need. You just need the cool factor. Thank you for the hydrate. A Musica Musa. Thank you for the stretch as well. Hold on a second, we got channel points now. You can use channel points on cake. Unless they're not working, then I'm sorry. I was like, hold up. That's totally fine though. I do need to stretch more, I'm not even mad. And probably hydrate more. Alright, so now that we have the initial setup looking good, we're gonna make the whole floor kind of consistent, just so we have maximum creativity potential when I come back to this. Now let's take a look at the back. So this being the center, I could make like a little chill out zone. Like maybe I could make a patio. So maybe if I wanted to, I can put something out like this. And then maybe close it up, maybe make like a little patio room back here. That could be pretty neat. You know, you just kind of exit out here. Maybe I'll put like a bird bath or something here, put some cage doors. So in this case, I'm going to add, let me find it. I wish they gave us more. Like when they gave us the wooden ones, I wish they gave us like some kind of like door thing to do. I don't know. Because all we have are like the prison ones, and those kind of suck for this. There we go. So we come out here. We chill out in here. This can be like the moon room instead of the sun room. And then over here we can start our garden and our shenanigans. Maybe we'll do like some kind of like elaborate garden piece. And then I want to make sure that this is open. At the same time though, there's going to be balconies and stuff on this side of the castle. So I'm going to have to extend this wall out. But it's going to be extended on like the second floor. So I might just put down pillars so I don't forget to do that. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do here. So I'm just going to put these pillars here for now. And I think I'm also going to put maybe 3 more pillars here just for now. And hopefully I can get like a nice little balcony going out here. I could maybe place some more here just to kind of solidify this idea. That could be really cool. I might remove some of these later, but I just want to make sure I don't forget to extend the second half up there. Now, you're probably wondering, like, how am I going to access this if this is, like, closed off? Well, that's what the back of the room is going to be for. I'm going to take the back of the room, put 2 staircases on the back when you first enter, and then I'm going to wrap it around into a secret hallway, and then it's going to be, like, its own area. So maybe this could be like a cool dining area, actually, like a semi-outdoor, indoor-outdoor dining area. So that's like a possibility. I can maybe make a ballroom or something like on the other side or in the center on the second floor. But the thing is, I don't want to cover up this area at all, at least the visibility of the throne at all. So I have to be very careful. So I'm just going to be using these windows, making this look pretty cool. I'm not sure if this is a good idea to have these windows here right behind the throne though, because the more I look at it, the less sure I am of this decision. Let me check from the sky. Hello Spidey, welcome to the chat, how you doing? Alright, so if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to put something up here on this rooftop that's like, oh, you know what? This could be like its own little thing that's accessible from behind. But the problem then becomes that I would have to choose a window that's not going to reveal that there's something behind here. So maybe I'm gonna have to choose like a colored window that's like solid or something. And I don't usually do that so early into the build, but I feel like that's kind of important in this case. Let's see. If I go with something like this, like a red, just to kind of hold, just as a placeholder for now. We're just gonna put that there for now, and then when we get to the upper floors, it'll be like clear or something. But I'll figure it out. And then from here, we're just gonna do this. And I think this is gonna be fine. Because it's also going to be similar on the first floor. So I think maybe putting these red windows here for now is probably a good idea. And then if we need to change it out later, I will. So that way we can't see that, hey, there's other areas. You want to give the illusion of like, you know, a throne room without anything around it. You want it to look like it's by itself and that it's very like grand. So it's going to be a little bit harder to pull that off, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so I'm going to go down here. And the next step for me is going to be to figure out where the wall begins and ends on the first floor. This is probably going to be the hardest part of this whole build right now. I think we'll be okay, but I've been wrong before, so I guess we'll see. I'm going to choose a different kind of flooring. We're going to go with the treasury right now, just so I can visually tell where this room starts and ends. So we have 8 squares. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. All right, we do have a space here. This space could be anything. This might be like a patio area, like a secret patio area or something. Maybe I'll do something like that and have like an open space underneath. So, or not underneath, I mean in the front. And I do want to create like an upper balcony area so that I could see like what's in the throne room from the back of the room without having to have a connection to go directly to the throne, because you don't really want that per se. I mean, some people do build them where like on the 2nd or 3rd floor they'll have like a balcony going all the way around the chamber, and I think it looks nice. Not what I'm going for though. I want to have a grand throne room with a bunch of hidden rooms and just kind of like a solid looking castle. So yeah, let's go with this. I'm gonna do this side too. Oh, that was a mistake. I might need to get a new keyboard soon. The spacebar on my keyboard is like all jacked up. Like I feel like when I press it, it just like hesitates to like release. I don't know. It's crazy. Hello, Adi. Welcome to the chat. I'm doing well. How about yourself? I think I'm gonna also add in... Now I have to remember to use the Ebonite stairs, remember. So we're gonna have that, the Ebonite stairs. We're gonna have... I think this is too close, maybe? I don't know if having like a space of 8 is big enough for what I'm trying to do. Because remember, when the stairs go down, this will be like the entrance of, oh, hey, I just entered the castle. Like you just come through the door. So this will have a... This will have a door. I come in. Oh, look. There's stairs immediately. You go up, and then there's going to be a little bit of a balcony that kind of reaches and stretches behind. So this is kind of like the plan. So I'm trying to make sure that I get the structure looking good. Otherwise, it's going to look kind of weird. So I think I am going to maybe place like 3 tiles this way, possibly. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure if this is what I want to do, though. Especially because if I put this here, it kind of makes the room look a little bit smaller, so I might not. I don't know. But this is definitely going to have a thing. And then I think I'm also going to add in a... I don't know. I guess I could have this stairway go like this when you first enter, or I can have the stairway go facing like, sorry, this way, like in a... like an up and down triangle. I'm not entirely sure. Hello, Eloquent. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? You're all right? Dying because of the heat? Just got done playing some Rivals and preparing for Rivals tomorrow? All right. Sounds good to me. And of course, when you exit the castle, you want the castle to look really cool too. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's a hard choice. Because if I decide to move... I'll show you guys. So if I decide to put like stairs here instead, but like maybe back here, I feel like it looks cool when you're on the throne, but it's not necessarily going to look cool when you enter. So I think I'm gonna stick with my gut feeling and go with this instead. So we'll see how it goes. There we go. And of course this is like our little balcony area. You can take a look at the throne room from here, but the main thing, or the most important thing, is going to be the doors. So we're gonna have a door here. On this side, I could have a door if I really wanted to, or I can leave it alone and have like a small like little balcony area. But the thing is, the castle is going to be preventing the sun from hitting it for most of the time, so I don't know. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit different here. Oh, I went too far. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I was right. So it's kind of gonna have a little bit of a shadow here, so it might even make sense to just leave it as like a closed caged balcony-ish kind of area on the first floor. But I'm not entirely sure that's what I want to do. The cool thing is that I can add a door here to kind of hide away like a little secret exit or something. And that makes the room look super cool already. So maybe that'll be nice. We'll see. I gotta think about this. I like how like the stairs now close the room, whereas like before it didn't. What I do want to do is add the walls here though. So we gotta make sure we add our walls. And of course we have our little hidden area here. So this is going to close up in this direction, not the other direction. And I'm just gonna follow this right here. This is just going to be its own long hallway. And then I'm gonna go this way. I could... Yeah, you know what? I think I am gonna go with my gut feeling here and just... Well, actually, no. I have an idea. I'm gonna take this. We're gonna put down our pillars. And then I'm gonna take a fence and just use a fence for the first floor, and then the upper floors are not gonna have a fence. It's just gonna be solid. Let's see. I could use this kind of... I don't know what kind of fencing I want to use. I could use something like this, but I feel like it kind of eats up a little bit too much space. I also haven't determined what kind of design I want for the outside, but I want something a little bit darker, more sinister looking, so maybe I'll go with something like this, actually. I think the Ancient Symphony garden fence is probably what I want to use here. There we go. And then, of course, this is going to have its own wall. So I'm going to put the wall right here at the very edge so that I don't have two doors kind of collapsing in on each other, because I hate that. I hate when the doors do that, man. It's terrible. I think it's terrible. I think it looks terrible, but that's just me. I don't know. Preferences. Let's see. If you really want to get wiggy with the cheese whiz, look up some of the old Saxon Gothic castles. A lot of the old floor plans are available to look at. Ooh, okay. This long hallway is perfect for walking in your spider form. No, Spidey! Oh my goodness. Always gotta soil it, huh, Spidey? Every time. Can't have one stream without you mentioning spiders, man. I don't know. I don't understand the obsession. They're terrible creatures. I don't want them around. If I could delete them from existence, I probably would. Even though it would probably harm the ecosystem. Just because I hate them so much. So I think this upper floor here, kind of wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I thought about maybe doing like kind of like a round... Sorry, not a round, but like a area here. So I'm gonna have a tile here, and then a tile here, and this is going to lead to hallways or other areas of the castle. That's gonna be a little bit different. So we're gonna leave that alone. This hallway is going to extend all the way up here. I still have plenty of space back here to do a bunch of other stuff if I really want to. Like if I want to add some other like crazy stuff I could, but I don't really want to compromise the throne room, especially because it's gonna look really cool. So I think I'm going to actually use some invisible flooring here to make sure that this isn't going to be covered up by a rooftop. Just gonna make sure it's gone. Make sure I grab that as well. There we go. So now it's looking good, looking tall, looking fine. And then of course we have Actually, do we have an odd number of pieces here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do. So I could do something a little bit more daring here. Maybe I'll have a floor piece. And maybe we can do some kind of stair chicanery. Or I could do something like this. This is also a decent option. But I kind of don't want it to be... Let me flip it. I could also do it up here. Or maybe I would move it over one. Yeah, like right here maybe. Let's see. If I move it over one, remove this. And then I can put a second one on the other side. And this could be like a kind of a nice little alternative. This will look cool. And then I can put up my little room here. And you know what? We're gonna extend it by one. Give us a little bit more space. Okay, so this looks good. I definitely want to have the walls close out from here. So that's gonna be its own thing. I'm gonna close this off. I don't want this accessible from the third floor either. And now you can see the throne from here. It's kind of far, and it definitely gives the feeling of holy crap, that throne's pretty far, you know? Thank you for the hydrate, Spidey, and the stretch, and the head pat. Very kind of you. Did someone say spider? 8 graceful legs, glistening poison fangs, many, many, many glittering eyes. Ew! They really need to include a spider form skin on future DLC. I would like to see a bat skin. I would like to see a new bat skin. Like a new bat skin or a new bear skin. Oh, maybe a mouse skin. That'd be cool. Let's see, looking tall, looking fine. Well, they ate my Neanderthal short, stocky ass. Hey man, there's advantages to that too. Head pat on the chibi fits. Thank you. Why not a skin for all the forms? Yeah, I mean, some of them already have skins, but like, yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be bad. So this is going to be closed off. We're going to make sure that this looks like it's finished out. So I'm going to try and... Yes, I made the jump. Okay, this is great. So this is going to be solid wall now that I've cracked the code on this. I'm going to jump down from here. Close this off. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Boom. Perfect. So now we have a taller looking throne room. We go up here. We walk around. This is going to be closed. I changed my mind on the side there. This is going to be closed. It's going to have the door all the way back here instead. Give ourselves a little bit more space. And I'm going to have it match on this side. There we go. So this room is already looking pretty big. I think that the thicker stairs here, I'm not really sure if this was the right play, the more I'm looking at it. I'm not really sure. Because the thing is, they're very wide and they have like... They eat up a big footprint here. So I have to think about this a little bit. I might have to reassess this room a little bit. Let's check from the upper floor and see what it looks like. All right. Let me fix this. Yeah, invisible flooring is one hell of a beast, man, I'm telling you. Something I could do to make the room look a little bit bigger is I could put maybe some pillars or something to make it look a little bit more grand, maybe. Because if I use really tall pillars, it's gonna make it look like the room is potentially like taller than it actually is from the ground level. So that's a very real possibility. But I do want to close this off, so let's do that first. Let's see. Get this set up. Being a runt saved my ass many times in the army. Much harder to shoot the short guy. That's funny. I've heard that before, though. You're not the only one to tell me that. But, I heard that from a Marine. I didn't hear that from someone from the army. Or who was in the army. So it's funny you say that. Okay, here we go. Now the hard part is getting that upper floor. Now you're probably wondering, Xolo, how are you gonna possibly reach that upper floor? I got you, fam. This is what we're doing. Temporary measures. This is only temporary, fam. This is how you construct. You build your own, what is it, scaffolding? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I don't know nowadays. Here we go. We get our walls and stuff set up. I think I am gonna go with windows on this side as well. Part of me is thinking maybe I should only have windows in the very center column. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, part of me thinks that that should be the plan, because I already limited it to this area here, which looks really cool, but on the bottom floor I didn't limit it there. I don't know, because if I do something up here, this looks cool too, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be an interesting one, folks. Let's see, what's the theme of this new castle? I haven't really decided, but what I do want is something a little bit darker and grander for like the building, so I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided yet. I think the thematics will come in naturally as I'm like adding in wallpaper and flooring and stuff like that. The usual suspects assemble. Hello, Isekai dude, welcome to the chat. That center aisle needs a bright red rug. Maybe. That's very tempting for sure. I'm really, I don't know. I love, okay, so red is like my favorite color. So for me, like saying that is like, yeah, you know, like I'm just like, yeah. Let's see, why the scaffolding, of course? Well, I mean, we have to. We have to. When you can't reach that high to like put down the, you know, the flooring, you have no choice at that point. You have to do something like that. You thought it was purple? I haven't done anything yet to really solidify that, but considering the Throne of Darkness has like red interior, which I don't think we can change the color of any of that, actually. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure you can't. No, you can't. So if I keep the windows red, I think that that's like pretty on brand. So I think we're gonna actually go with that kind of thing. I'm seriously thinking about like a nice red carpet going straight down toward the center and then kind of dipping off into the other sides. Maybe though. Oh yeah, I do want to have, oh, that's right. I have to close the back area here in order for that ceiling to close. But I'm gonna put the windows in while I'm here so that I don't have to fight with it later, because I don't want to have to revisit this too many times, especially once I put down the carpet. I want it to be a done deal. I don't want to have to think about this anymore. There we go. Alright, let's get this out of here. Oh boy. And now we have to do this again. What? Oh man, I have to go back to the other floor. That sucks. Okay. Yep, stairs are a bitch. And now I have to return the flooring back to where it was. Hello, Mage Flame. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Idris Fatala? Did I say that right? Aesthetic castle or PvP? It's an aesthetic castle. Just trying to make something cool. Kind of experimenting on a plot I've never built on. Hogwarts 2.0? Nah. I'm not that cool. close this off. Looking good. And then we have to close this off in order for this to look good. I'm gonna add a couple of... Oh, actually... I might have to reassess this because the staircase... I could have the staircase going out and just have that naturally be part of the look of the castle without putting a wall. So I think I am gonna do that just for the sake of design. And then we're gonna put down our centerpiece here. I don't know if I want to have... do I want to have windows here or do I want to have something else? That's the real question. You know what? I have an idea. We won't put that many windows. We'll make it look a little bit more intimidating, maybe. Damn, I missed a ton of messages on Discord. Not used to it. Oh, I mean, that sucks. Yeah, I hate when that happens when, like, I don't look at Discord for, like, a couple days and for some reason, like, all of that info is just, like, popping up all over the place. Just asking, since I don't have the game yet, is there possibly cracked servers to play on for those who don't? Not that I know of, but I probably wouldn't go for that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it helps, I think the game goes on sale usually around Halloween, I want to say. So if you're like still around like in October, there's a chance it could go on sale. I think it went on sale not too long ago too. So just keep an eye out for the sales. You might get lucky. You're about as intimidating as a fluffy kitten playing with a ball of string. Wow, I see how it is. Wow, just go ahead, just rub it in. Go ahead, keep going. You're so big. Why? All right, let me get this flooring looking good. There we go. Now we fixed it. Look how tall this building looks now. Yeah, I really like this. So I think I am gonna go with some pillars somewhere. I just have to decide how I'm gonna do it. Like, I could have a pillar going up here if I really want to, but the problem with putting pillars up here is that it makes this area look smaller, so I have to like kind of think about it. Now if I want to do pillars like over here, right, that might be a good idea. So maybe I'll have one here and then skip a column, put one here, and I think this will be good. So we'll put one here. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm planning to get the game, but pursuing my friends is a pain. Oh, man. Let's see. If you're still around, damn, you trying to wish bad luck on the poor soul? No, I'm not trying to wish them bad luck. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know what their plans are. I have no idea what their plans are. They could be playing something else by that time. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume what their life is like. Who am I to guess? I'm just a talking dog. What do I know? I mean, you know what? I'm just not gonna continue because if I keep talking, it's gonna get worse. All right, so now we have 4 columns, looking pretty good from here. Now, because I'm having such a tall column on each side, I have to seriously consider how I'm going to set this up. I'm thinking maybe putting a column on this side here instead of right behind or right in front of the throne makes more sense. It's kind of an appealing idea. I have to think about it a little bit though, so I think I'll play with it a little bit and see if I like this. Because the spacing is really nice. I like the spacing. Because I'm not using like I'm not doing on it every single one. I don't like to put on every single one. But what's cool is that because of the number of spaces we have, I can do like a single tile on this side and space it out as 3, which is kind of a rare sight. So maybe it'll make the room look a little more unique. A dog? You thought it's a furry? Oh, I'm not a furry. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not that cool. My life is not that interesting. I can't be a furry, guys. I'm sorry. That being said, I do have some friends who are furries. They're pretty cool. So let me see. I have to figure out my... Hold on a second. I gotta think about this. I have to figure out what kind of column I want to use here, because this is going to kind of determine the look of the entire room. I have to be careful. I think I'll play with a little bit, see if I like it. Xolo 2025. Unleash the inner naughty intrusive thoughts. Oh no. Nah. Like I said, my life is not that exciting. I wish it were that exciting sometimes. I'm like, damn. You know, I see people out there doing all types of cool stuff, going to like events and things, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, I'm broke. I just don't go anywhere. It'd be like that sometimes, as I like to say. That's okay though. We'll figure it out. We're gonna put a little cage area here. Get some fresh air from this room without being exposed to the sun. That could look really cool. And because this is also going to be extended by one on this side, when I go in, this is going to be an interesting thing to change. So let's see if I can get the walls looking the way I want. I don't remember if I did this on the back of this one. I have to double check. Yes, I did. Okay. This side's gonna be a little bit different though, because it has to lead to not a gazebo, but like something else that I kind of want to be a little bit bigger, I guess. I can put a stairwell here, I'm thinking. I'll put stairs right here against this wall, and this will be kind of like, you know, an entrance into a whole other area of the castle. And this can also look really cool. Maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe I should remove this and just put a left side. Oh, that's too far. Damn. I have an idea. I have to think about this a little bit strategically. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense either. I mean, unless I'm trying to do something weird. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. We're gonna make this raise up, and then over here, this is going to be its own door into something else. So I'm gonna put a door here so I remember, hey, this is gonna have something here. And then we're gonna put the little wallpaper, or sorry, the wall cage. Alright, here we go. Looking good, looking good. My exciting life is over, so no more falling out of aircraft, crawling through the muck in Achilles suit, getting shot at. Nowadays it's me and Boudica watching movies and sipping whiskey. There's nothing wrong with that. It sounds like a good life, honestly. Well, in comparison. In comparison, it sounds like a good life. You know, sometimes it's not always about you know, being on the edge your entire life. Sometimes it's about how you decide to spend the rest of it. And, you know, at least for me, the way I decide to spend the rest of it is through this, you know, streaming and content creation, stuff like that. You know, I really feel... Ooh, I have to delete this. Like, I really feel like this is kind of... Like, I've said this before, but I really feel like this is kind of like my last chance to, like, really do something impactful with my life. And I know that sounds, like, pretty sad and pathetic, but that's because it is. It'd be like that sometimes. But hey, if it works, it works. I think I'm doing all right, considering all the negative factors that could have gotten wrong. Sorry, that could have gone wrong in this entire spiel. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do down here. This is gonna have to be reworked. Oh no! I just realized I have the wrong kind of stair here. No! Oh, I used the wrong kind of stair. Oh no, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. Oh, I can't dismantle that, can I? Castle pillar. Okay, can I remove this? Damn. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can fix it. Maybe we can fix this, fam. I'm gonna try. Fuck. Oh no. And I can't see on this side. Blocked by castle pillar. What pillar? Oh. Oh, okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. Okay, we're good. It was a good catch. If I didn't see that, I would have finished the whole thing and been pissed when I realized I fucked it up. See? You gotta keep... This is why you gotta pay attention. You gotta look out for shit like this. Otherwise, you fuck it up. Let's see. Can't complain overall. Just need to get my land and cabin paid off. That's fair. Sounds like some good goals. Let's see. No matter what you do, make the universe a better place for having you in it, and you'll do fine. I agree. That's a good mantra. Like, I've heard that before. It's definitely a good thing to go by, I think. Because it gives you, like, a chance to kind of reflect on your impact on others. And, I mean, if you're able to help at least 1 or 2 people in your lifetime, I think that's positive. I mean, why not, right? A positive thing. That's why I make guides. That's why I make tutorials, you know? Alright, let's check it out, what it looks like from the sky. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to put these pillars down, of course, on the bottom, but from up here, this looks pretty okay. I'm actually kind of surprised it looks okay. Maybe it makes more sense to remove this, though. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, part of me kind of wants to put, like, a tree or something out here, or, like, little chairs on each one. I'll leave these here for now, but I might change that later. As far as pillars go, I might put something like 4 pillars on this side. Alright, let's take a look from the sky one more time. Yeah, I usually just do the structural stuff first and then worry about wallpapers and things like that. Okay, so... Okay, so this looks pretty much like what I was hoping to see. When I get the staircase going up here, I'm gonna have to close out the walls with something to make sure that, you know, it's not gonna be a problem. And then I might do a wraparound staircase going up like this to kind of make like another, like... I don't know if I should make like a room or passageway or something. I'm also gonna have to add some pillars underneath here, so that's gonna be another project, and then also another building here. So that's gonna be like a multi-story balcony front on this side just to face the water. But overall, it's nice. That's a very Gothic style castle, not too shabby. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the wallpaper yet, so far so good. You have an oddball, snarky, weird kind of charm. You'll turn out okay in the end. Gee, I fucking hope so. I fucking hope so. I mean, if I even last long enough, shit. I'll probably get canceled or some shit. Oh, you got canceled because you don't like spiders. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Not my fault, apparently, that I have, you know, a phobia of them. Definitely doesn't matter. Alright, so moving on to this side, I definitely want to put a door here. So I'm gonna place another temporary door right here, here, here. This, I think I'm actually going to add a window here just for a little bit of pizzazz. I could add more windows on these sides, but I think it only really matters to the centerpiece here because of the layout from the outside. Just to kind of have like a maximum benefit. And maybe I'll have like a window that kind of like opens and closes right here. That way it adds like a little bit of extra charm in the center. Optional visibility, I think is great. You know what? I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna go BRB real quick, and then I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, where was I? I forgot what I was doing. I completely forgot what I. Oh, right. I'm not sure if I should have a pillar here or not. Maybe? Possibly? I don't know. It'd be kind of weird to have pillars on this side maybe, but not on that side, so maybe I should do something like that. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. If I do pull off something that... Actually, yeah, you know, this isn't a terrible idea. Let's see what it looks like from the other side, from the throne. Let's take a look. It's not too bad. That's not too bad at all, actually. And what's interesting is that because it's on the outside, like even if you sit in the middle here, you can still kind of see it, and it makes the back part of the room kind of pop forward. I kind of like this. I think this is a good move, especially because I already had columns down here, so that way it's like continuous. Very nice. Okay, so that's looking good. This structure looks good. Not missing any pillars here. We got those pillars out, ironed out. We did the inside. And second floor looks good. Gonna pop my head through the window here, take another look from the inside. Yeah, looks good. Alright, so I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. Something I will do though is maybe add a couple of pillars on the inside here, side by side, maybe? I could also do something where all of these have pillars, just to kind of add a little bit more visual variety toward the center. And, you know, this could be kind of neat, so let me see. I could be going overboard, though, so we're gonna have to assess whether or not that makes sense. I could also put pillars in the very center here. That's not a terrible idea. It makes less sense on the second floor. Like, at the second floor, it's not really gonna do anything. So I think I'm gonna actually, I think I'm actually going to do it on every single part here on the second floor. That way it's like even. And then here we'll just do one on the center pieces. We'll make sure to give them a second floor column. And then we're going to, now that I'm looking at it, continue the build this way. Nice view from the throne. Lightning is gonna make this epic. Oh man. Oh, lighting. I read that as lightning for some reason. Yeah, lighting would be pretty epic for this build, I think. I mean, this kind of leads up to the balcony. I could do like kind of like a double frame here, or I could just kind of push it off to the side to kind of align more with this. But if I did that, then I would have to put columns on this part as well. And I'm not sure if I like that. So let's jump down. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm not gonna do that because that was part of the reason why I left that one tile gap there. I think this is fine. This is fine. I think if I just continue, it might even look better. I could maybe even put like walls here. I'm thinking just to kind of make this look a little bit more interesting. But the problem is that this covers up the windows on the sides unless I'm like really far back. So let's check from the sky, see what it looks like. Also, welcome to the chat, Egwin Crossfire. How you doing? See. Well, I outlived my entire bloodline, and I was the nutjob who joined the army. Well, that's fair. I mean, sometimes you just need something to do, but... Let's see what we got here. This is... I don't know about this. Maybe put, like, a couple windows here. I gotta think about this a little bit because I might have to put a couple windows on this side, and then I'm thinking about maybe not putting a roof on this at all and just leaving it open, and then just putting like wall shrubbery on the sides here. That could be interesting, so I'll leave that alone for now. As far as this goes, I think I'm gonna remove these. I think they look silly without any kind of base. That being said, I don't necessarily want to add anything new to the railing. What I could do is maybe, I mean, I guess I could add something more if I really wanted to, but I'm not really feeling it. Like, I feel like this area here is like big enough, and I don't even know what I would put up here. That's the hard part, like figuring out like what I'm gonna put here in general, because I don't want to open up this room at all. But what I can do is I can put a door here and start off a new balcony area again on this side, but this will just be like the rooftop balcony, if that makes sense. So we have like 3 rows of it. And maybe we can, well, I was thinking about maybe closing it off, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking maybe that's not the best of ideas. I think I'll leave it open for now. We'll leave it open. I guess I could put like a... Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I can put some invisible floor, foundation up here, actually. Put down a fencing. Or put down some fencing. We're gonna go with this one. Well, actually, I've been using this kind of fencing, but I'm not sure about this, because this is actually... It's too short, I think, to be able to be visible off the edge, so we're gonna use a taller fence instead. That's also kind of intimidating looking. I don't know. I'm trying to scare the crap out of the local townspeople. I don't know what to tell you. There we go. That way this balcony area looks a little bit more involved and interesting. Now this is gonna limit the kinds of things I can put on this floor. At least like how close to the edge I can place stuff, but most of it's gonna be facing this way anyway, so I think we're fine if we put like benches or something here. So I'm not too worried about it. Looks good. And of course we'll put like our temporary door there. On this side, I think I'm gonna do something similar. Let's put our temporary door here. Make our foundation. But the difference is that this is gonna be more of a pathway than it is a... Well, I guess it is gonna be more of a balcony, huh? I could do that, or I could do something that's more of like a tunnel. Because remember, I'm gonna have to have that bottom tile. This is why I put that tile down, so I knew how far it extend. So maybe I'll put something like this down, and then reach across. And then maybe when I reach across here, I can go back in this way, and this could be like another floor of whatever the heck I want to make. And this could be like its own secret room or something back here. And that's why I decided to use the solid windows for the throne room, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do that. I could also close this out and make this a whole other room in itself. I could also make more of a room back here, but I don't think I want to do that per se. So I think I'm just gonna leave that alone. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 3 on the front here. Get a little bit closer to the water's edge, and maybe we'll do like another 3. So this will be kind of like a nice little sitting area. And I'm gonna put down some columns. We're gonna need a lot of invisible foundation to make this work, though. Otherwise, it's gonna look weird. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to add more, like whether or not I want to keep this though, because to extend it this far, I feel like it's kind of pushing it, especially if I want to put trees and stuff down here near the water's edge. So I think I'm just gonna leave this up here, but not extend all the way to the edge of the property. I could, however, move... Sorry, I could, I lost my train of thought for a second. You know what, let's, there we go, let's get that tree down. I could put down a little, sitting area. This is gonna have its own, I guess column? I kind of want to have, like, a nice looking balcony that's not, like, too... I don't know, I want something different. I want something that looks nice. And a 2x2 is kind of normal-ish, which is kind of meh. I could also extend it out by 1 and do like a 3x2 and then just leave this as a gap. Like a balcony disagreement gap in a way. And then just put pillars going all the way down here. I'm gonna need some scaffolding to get the pillars to look right though. And this whole side of the building needs pillars in order to structurally hold it up to make it look convincing. That's gonna take some time. Thank you for the hydrate, Vladimir Dulb. Also, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the headpat, PJ, and the stretch, Mage Flame. Appreciate it. Welcome to the chat, Mage Flame. Huge overhang balcony, yes. Yeah, but essentially on this side. Hold on, let me finish stretching. Ugh, there we go. So if we move back a little bit, it's gonna look like this. I don't know. Part of me is thinking that this balcony here should be on the 2nd floor, not the 3rd floor. So I might have to redo or revisit this a little bit. This balcony is fine on the 3rd floor because there's like a double layer thing going on here. So I think I like the one on the right, but the one on the left I think should be on the 2nd floor. So we're gonna adjust that to remove it. Because I don't want to create like a weird looking thing. I want it to look good enough, but not so like weird. So let's do a smaller balcony up here and then just do like a layered, like an extra layer on the outside here just to cover this, and then have like a little walk-through area underneath so you can get from one part to another and maybe have some shrubbery lining the side. Hello Katie, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Doing a bunch of construction over here. Trying to make a nice looking castle, or at least attempting to. Like, hopefully it's not a failed attempt, but we're working on it. Let's see what we got here. So we do have a 2-tile side. I'm going to choose the right side because it's more even to this side, because then I have 3 and then 3 for like the wall pieces that are all the same, and having that balance I think is kind of important, even if it's just for vanity reasons. And then we're gonna put this down, make a nice little structure here for ourselves. I'm not gonna put anything here because I don't want to close off this space, and I want to have like a little patio slash balcony area. And then we're gonna structurally fix it on the bottom to make it look more convincing. Gotta make sure it looks good, otherwise it just looks like some clown shit. I can't I can't with the weird structures. Your favorite plot? Yeah! So this plot is pretty neat, especially because of the long shape. So I wanted to make like a castle with a really nice, impressive looking throne room. That's kind of like the goal of this castle, is to have a really nice throne room, but I wanted to have a really dark thematic without maybe going too overboard. Like, I don't want it to be super creepy, but I want it to be intimidating, if that makes sense. Like, I want people to see it and be like, oh shit, like I want the local townspeople to freak out when they see the castle. I want them to be like, oh no, whatever shall we do? All right, so I'm gonna expend wow, I can't word. I'm gonna extend that one just to make sure that that looks correct. And then we're gonna go over to, okay, so this area here, this is probably gonna be some interesting like little patio area. Haven't decided what this is gonna be yet, but I am gonna change the floor tile color so I don't forget to come back here and do something interesting for this area. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Let's go inside. I normally make this plot my castle and the one above my garden stable. Oh, that's a good idea. That makes sense. All right, so this looks good from this standpoint, but we do need to make the pillars stand tall. So I'm gonna add, okay, yeah, I'm gonna need that invisible foundation actually. Let me get that sorted. Actually, I might not even need invisible foundation. I might just put regular foundation. Hold on. There we go. And then we're gonna extend out by 1. Is this the thing I wanted to do with the extension, or is this not? I can't remember. I think I just wanted to extend this one, but you know what? Let me see what it looks like from the sky before I determine for real what I'm gonna do here. I don't know about this. Kind of on the fence. I gotta look at this again from the collar height. Was worried when they added the new horse boss it might be an issue, but thankfully it's fine. Yeah. Thankfully, yeah. So we have a little bridge out here. This is a nice layer. If I added this layer here too, it could look nice, but it kind of eats up like some of the water here, and I'm not sure if that makes sense. I do have like 3 tiles worth of space here in the front that could be good for just the fishing area if I wanted to do something like that. It's a tough choice as to whether or not I want to layer these balconies or if I'd rather have them just kind of not be layered. I'm kind of leaning on not layering this one though, just because I already layered the other one. So I don't know. I feel like a balcony this big isn't really gonna serve any purposes in my case. It's just gonna be like a big balcony for the sake of being a big balcony. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna put 1 tile here so I can kind of jump in and out of this location. So let me take a look from the side one more time. Yeah, I think that's right. I think I don't want to do that. It's a good idea. Let's leave this, let's close it up. And then I'm gonna put in my pillars.
This will not work.
Let's see what it looks like on this side. Is there anything? I guess I can just put that down, huh? And of course for the stairwell, I probably want to just have that there. I don't know if I want to have this stairwell kind of open like this. I think I might actually potentially close this, but I'm not totally sold on the idea of doing that. So this is going to take a little bit of time to figure out. I am going to put some more pillars down here though. So like one right here. And now that I figured that out, I'm going to remove these. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to remove these inner pillars now because I realize I don't need them. So let's just make sure that we don't have too many. This can go away as well. Don't need this either, I don't think. Oh, actually, I do need this one. Oh, crap. You know what? Now I think about it, I could do a wraparound balcony right here. You know, that might be the better option. Let me think about this a little bit. Because if I do a wraparound balcony, the balcony would wrap around here and then it would close off here. And this would be completely open. So let's remove these pillars actually. So I'm going to remove the ones... Crap. I'm going to remove the ones on the inside. I keep accidentally getting rid of these. And then this is going to be like a wide open area and I can just extend it over one. That might look cool. So let's try and do that. Yeah, maybe not the 2 in the middle for better line of sight. Possibly. Possibly. The thing is, I like having like a structural like column set up, but the problem is that with what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to still kind of determine the shape of the castle. And until I do that, I can't really solidify anything, it feels like, without completely throwing my plans away. So let's try and get this looking decent. There we go. So now we have a wraparound balcony instead. I'm gonna remove these columns. Oh wow. So this is gonna need its own pillar here. We're gonna put this on the side here to remind ourselves to fix that later. This looks good. I'm going to remove this one and this one as far as the pillars go. I don't know about this. Actually, I'm not... Nah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence now with this. I could put a... I could put the rest of this as like a caged-in area just like this on this side if I really wanted to. And it might look okay. Let's see. Let's see. This could be a really bad idea, but let's take a look and see. If I take this, that way it's still kind of like an indoor-outdoor-ish kind of area. And then I'm thinking this room here could be like its own thing. So let's make a little pathway behind the throne. And because we have a little bit more space, I can actually close this out. And maybe we'll put like a fence right here. So you know what, let's jump down. I'm gonna put a pillar here. We're gonna be removing and adding pillars back and forth, but it's okay. There we go. So now we have a little bit more visual variety. This looks good. I definitely want to add some doors here though. Let's move over on this side, see what it looks like. And we're gonna see what it looks like. What about the two on the side and remove the middle one? Maybe. Maybe. It's an option. I'm just not sure what I want to do just yet. It's not a bad suggestion though. I'm not sure how I like it. Here we go. Let's see how this looks. So I guess I would add more here. I would close this into its own separate building for sure. I would leave this without having anything overhanging and make this like a purely garden patio area. Same thing with this. This would be pure garden patio. Let's jump down and solidify that option visually. So I like putting terracotta tiles down when I'm going to put down like a patio or something, so I just know like what areas are patio, what areas are like straight up nonsense. There we go. That way I can visually tell from the sky like what I'm using what for. Me with doors, add them last. Yeah, I usually do too. But I'm just adding them so I can like visually like see it and see how it looks, because I will like completely forget what I'm doing and just completely abandon it like an idiot. I kind of like this. I kind of like what I did here with the second floor. This floor is going to be open though. So I think I am going to... You know, I could leave this open. Like, I could just leave this entire walkway open without any, like, issues. And then when we get to this part of the building, I could close this off and have, like, a... this could be, like, a dining room area or something, actually. With a little bit of, like, a nice view. Who knows? I'll consider it. Do I really want to add these? This would have to have a window too. It's weird to have windows facing the inside of the building though, so I have to kind of be careful. So maybe this should be like this. At the same time, I could open these up kind of like the downstairs cage area just for like visual variety. So like if I do something like this. Let's see. Yeah, that way I can see what's going on if someone walks up the stairs. That'd be pretty neat. And it looks cool from that side. And this could be like a little dining area, like a dining room. I like this. Yeah, exactly. Indoor, outdoor dining. Perfect. Oh, I do have a stable in the front, Katie. I think you missed it because you got here a little bit later, but I'll show you. So if I go this way, the stable is over here. So this is another thing I have to think about. I could extend the front here to kind of walk through here and just put like pillars on this main pathway and then just have like a room on top here for something else. Like a little private room or something. It could be a servant room. That's an option. I could put a servant room on top of the stables. But yeah, I actually kidnapped a couple of horsies. I think they're having a good old time. They're definitely full. But yeah, looking good. And I kept the scarecrow here. I decided to block it off with this hedge just so I don't accidentally break it. But yeah, really cool. Loving it. And I think it might make sense, like I said, to potentially just kind of extend this out. But I have to kind of think about it because I'm not really sure how I want to navigate this, because this also has to be a walkable path. I could make like little rooms up front and close this out, but I'm not sure that's what I want to do. I could also, well, that's right, because it's, you know what, let me see from the sky. My other spot is used for that? Oh yeah, like over here, like on this plot. That makes sense. Yeah, you know, I like the idea of using that as a servant room, so I think I am gonna do that. Let's, wait, I think I'm too high up. Oh yeah, I am too high up. I need to go to, second floor. Hold up. Gotta go around. So maybe instead of a window, I can have a pathway here. And this path can like, maybe I can lead it to here. And then this could be its own thing, like a bridge you could just hop off of. I feel like I shouldn't go that far forward though. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of losing its shape a little when I do this. So maybe a better option might be to put like some invisible foundation here and then just like put pillars on the top here and have like a entire floor just completely skipped. I don't know. Another option too is I could take a I can make a hole in the wall here and then just like walk that over, which might not be the worst of ideas. That way it's not ruining the front aesthetic. So I could like make a wall here with, actually hold on, let me get a door like this, and then this could be like a walkable path to the servants' quarters over here. That way it's not like breaking the front. So yeah, let's remove this actually. And oh, I meant to you know what, I'll do that on the other side, it's fine. I don't have to do that here. There we go. That way we can keep our cool looking window. See, this plot always has a flower room, either a walkthrough or a separate room, just the other type of flower. Might be a cool walkway for you. Maybe. I was thinking about doing like a flowery kind of walkway like through the center possibly, and then having like some trees kind of like immediately greet you as you enter the property. Because the main thing is like going to the throne room. It's going to be really far in, so by the time you get in here it's like, whoa, you know, like you have like this huge area. So I do have to figure out what I'm going to do with these plots areas too, because if I decide to add I mean, I guess I could open up the like I could put a door here to have like a one tile like room here and a one tile room in here as well. But I feel like I'm not really sure if that's kind of the look I want to go for, so I have to think about it a little bit. Because I kind of don't want to have so many pillars all in one place, so I might even have to put a wall here and then use like castle wall vegetation to make it look less used. So like for example, I might have to do something like I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm gonna do this, close this off maybe. Yeah, you know what? I like this idea. We'll close this off. Hold on. This will have a door. This will have a door. Or it'll have a passageway, but it's not going to be a door. We'll close this off. And then we'll just figure it out from there. Let's see what it looks like from the sky, though. Because I might have to add windows to make it look somewhat compelling. Oh yeah, that's gonna need windows. It's too meh. Let's see if I need to add more windows. I think 2 should be good, but Let's see. Yeah, maybe another couple windows wouldn't hurt. Add that in. Put this little doorway entrance here to make the front look a little bit different, and also to hide the spot between the stairs so it doesn't look as much of like a gap. Let's see. I use a rose tunnel trick with the new planting change. Love the look. Oh, you mean like just raising them using like the flower pots? Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few people do something like that. They're really nice. It's really cool. I mean, I could definitely see why people would like that. Hold on a second. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, I'm good. Alright, so I think this is fine. I like this this raised area here. It looks kind of cool. And then if you just walk through, it doesn't look too bad. It's gonna be interesting putting like a carpet through here though, and just seeing it like kind of continue. If I remove the carpet, the top is still covered, which is kind of cool. So this might be a decent way to do this. Use stone vases in the... Yeah, then remove them. Let's see. Use the stone vases in the garden. First one and the tall one. Stone vases are pretty nice, yeah. I think this area here, I'm probably gonna have to put some stuff going on here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna remove this pillar and then just put like 2 pillars here with fencing. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, I like this. I think this is fine. Same thing with this side. Oh wait, how many pieces here? So there's 2. Hold on, there's 2 and then a gap. There's no reason to put a gap here because there's nothing to like bring it to. So I think I am gonna end up putting another window like right here on the side just for the sake of staying consistent. And then this area here can be its own thing as well, so maybe we'll add our... Well, actually, I kind of don't want to do that too much. I need a little bit more visual variety than that. So I'm gonna put down this fencing here. Not sure about this. Or this. Kind of on the fence on how I want to set this up too, because there's a lot of options as far as like what I can do. I think I am gonna close this off, this area off to everything, and then maybe I'll just have a fence here with like a... Well, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna close this off. We're gonna put trees here. I'm gonna have trees lining up this side and that side, probably. And I think I am going to actually use more of this invisible foundation, but like over here. Just to kind of visually know, like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. So having a little bit more like wildlife on the edge here, I think it's gonna look a lot more natural. So I think this is fine. This pillar, I'm not really sure if I want to keep that or not, and this is like another reason why I'm not sure what to do about this part here, because if I add a ceiling piece, then this will close and it'll look fine. I could also put like a thing here just to solidify that, so I think I will. I wasn't gonna do that initially, but I kind of want to have a little bit of a closure there. I guess I'll put that there. The problem is that this needs a floor piece, so I might actually have to put like a floor on the second floor just to facilitate that so it doesn't look too weird. Let's try it. So I'm gonna put down foundation right here, and now the roof has made itself known. So now if I go down here, it should be closed off, and then I won't need any pillars in there. Looks good. Closed room. Trying to see if there's anything else I can do here. So this is another headache and a half, is the fact that now there's a roof on this side, like in the center. So I'm not sure if I'm okay with that or not. Part of me is saying that I should just like close off this side, but I also really like the pointy top of this, and I kind of don't want to remove that. So I might have to put invisible foundation here anyway. So I don't know. I have to think about it a little bit. I'll let it kind of bake in my mind for a bit. Oh. Can't see the roof because of the doorway. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, oh, maybe it doesn't matter as much. That's why I'm on the fence. Yeah, see? Like, you can barely see it when you walk in, but it's like so brief that it's like, it doesn't exist really. Kind of weird. Maybe I can go in and change this a little bit to fix it. Like, I think a good compromise would be if I go on this side and do the same thing and just also add like a square to match that one. I don't know. Because this has a window, and having a window that leads to like whatever that is not exactly enticing. I could just like hide that and then just leave this archway doorway looking the way it does, and I think that's fine. But maybe what I could do is add a second one. So I don't know, because then this top here would have that, wouldn't it? Or would it be gone? Let me see. I'm not sure. Does it translate here too? No, it doesn't. Yeah, no. So this would have to be gone. That would have to be gone for sure. The only thing is that the stairs are not covered on the inside, so that I might have to go in and just like add wallpaper, but it might not be necessary. Might be fine. And maybe I could add like 2 more windows here, and in the windows I can add maybe some kind of like flower pot or like statue through the window, and I think it'll look nice. So yeah, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add like a statue or something on each side, but I'm gonna have to put down regular looking foundation and see how it looks. But yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. This is a pretty in-depth build. Like, even just like making the structure is hard, but picking and choosing colors is gonna be like a whole other beast. Oh, that's right, I wanted to add railing on the other side. See what I can— oh, not here. See what I can do. Yeah, I done goofed here a little bit. So I didn't add like a second entrance, I don't think. Yeah, there's no other— I might be able to get away with this. Let's see. Let's see. Because I think I do still technically have a path to ground because of this stairwell, so let me go in and make a change to this railing. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, it's gonna let me. That's good. That's what I thought, but I wasn't entirely sure. Let's get this fencing looking good. And we're gonna use the same one we used on the east side of the plot. Oh, this was a mistake. I am gonna put some on the sides here. There we go. Don't want to mess that up. Get that last one in there. And we're gonna put in our foundation. Gonna get that railing looking nice. Make sure I don't miss anything. And then of course we have our last one. And we're looking good. Nice! Actually I forgot these. There we go. Now we're looking good. You can't see the roof because of the doorway? Yeah. Oh wait, I just read that. Hello GG, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well with you and whatever adventures you take part in, I guess. I could also... I kind of like this being the way this is, but... Oh, there's one mistake here. Hold on. I'm gonna have to fix this. We're gonna have to put a garden fence on this side too. I almost forgot. Hold on, did I miss something? I did miss something. This was a mistake. There we go. Oh, I did the same shit again. Damn it. I'm messing this up already. It's okay. I think we got pretty far without mistakes so far, but well, without any major construction failures. So far so good. Alright, I just want to make sure I got that side because I was like, hold on a second, that's not... There we go. We can't forget the inside. Hello, Orlay Jasp. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Did you want fence for the railing over the stairs? Yeah, that's basically what I wanted. Yep, I finally got that looking good. This area here can be outdoors. I'm fine with that, but I do want this to be an enclosed room. So this is going to be another enclosed room area. But I think this is going to have probably maybe not so many windows. Maybe... Hold on, maybe I'll do something different here. There we go. And then this will be like maybe like a bedroom or something. We'll figure it out. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, I did catch it. Yep. You're good, Katie. I appreciate the help. Because sometimes it's good to have like an extra pair of eyes when you're like building, because it's really easy to make a mistake like that and just like not notice until you're doing your castle tour. That's when it really sucks, when you're doing like a castle tour and then you realize there's a problem when you're like midway through the recording. That's happened to me quite a few times, especially with the Church of Luminance castle I made last year. That one, that one had problems. That was really hard to get right. Very challenging, actually. Let's see if I can add more. Oh, I made a mistake here. There we go. So, this looks good. Do I want to add that here too? I'm gonna go with no. So this is going to be closed off. Yeah, we're gonna close this off, but we're gonna leave this open. So in order to accomplish that, I'm gonna have to put down some foundation tiles, like some invisible foundation. Hopefully it just lets me do it without problems. I think it'll be fine. And then I'll place my fencing. There we go. And then we get our foundation down. Perfect. Nice. And then this side is going to be a continuation of the other doors. So this will have the caged-in look. Very nice. Pretty good, thanks. How about you? Your stream showed up in my recommendations. What are you playing? I'm playing V Rising. I'm glad, you know, that my stream is showing up in people's recommendations, because I feel like it's like becoming a thing now, and that's kind of nice. Also, welcome to the chat, Orlay Jasp. Oh, I think I asked you that already, if you're doing all right. I'm sorry. I tend to like ask twice by accident. Also, thank you for the hydrate box, Leah, and welcome to the chat, by the way. It's been a while. Thank you also for the stretch, and thank you earlier for the headpat, Spidey. Very kind of you. YouTube algorithms is noticing me. Foxy and Drone! Holy crap, not the one, the only. Actually, the two, the only. Foxy and Drone. Welcome to the chat. How you guys doing? Actually, you know what? Let me give you a quick shout out. I highly, while I have everyone here, I highly recommend you guys go follow them. They are the best. We're no longer stinky. Yeah, it's Foxy. Welcome. How's it going? Yeah, I'm glad I'm showing up on recommendations and stuff. I stream pretty regularly, so I mean, at least like 3 times a week. So it's pretty chill. I also really like talking to the chat and chilling and enjoying. But yeah, this game is called V Rising. It's a survival game. It has basically the whole premise of it is that it's a game where you play as the vampire. So you know, all the players are vampires, and you suck people's blood, you terrorize the local villages, and it's great. There's also castle building, which I really like and really enjoy. Some of us, I feel like this kind of like hit or miss with some people. Like, some people don't really care for the castle building. Meanwhile, there's other people like myself who are just like hardcore castle building. And, you know, I feel like there's not really an in-between. You have a complaint about the game? It's pretty fun to play. Yeah, I mean, this is only building. Imagine, like, because the thing is, I'm playing by myself right now, but there is a PvP for this game. PvP scene, pretty nice. There's a lot of good people there. There's also, you know, some PvEers and stuff who have like their own like servers with some mods and stuff. So pretty cool. But yeah, it's an action RPG survival game where you play as a vampire. That's basically the best way I could describe it. And yes, the sun does hurt you. That's what makes, I think what makes this game stand out versus like other games is the fact that, you know, in most survival games, nighttime it's more dangerous for you and daytime is safer, but in V Rising it's the exact opposite because you're a vampire. So I think that's like probably the best way I could describe it. Let's see. You're showing up more and more lately. You must be doing something right. I fucking hope so. I'm glad that's a great summary. Let's see, what is the point? Can I craft from chests? At what point can you craft from chests? You can craft from chests when you unlock the treasury. That's through Nicholas. So if we go to the V-Bloods and we go to the boss, he is, he's right here. He unlocks the treasury flooring. So basically what you do is you take your, you make the room treasury flooring. Oh wait, are you asking? Hold on a second, what point you can, yeah, you can craft from chests with treasury flooring. If you're talking about automated crafting though, that is at Henry with the redistribution engine. Yeah, you're right, Katie. That's something else. I'm sorry, but that is retarded. What? Honestly, I actually don't like that you have to like unlock it. I thought that it would make more sense for it to just be like right at the start of the game. I'm not the only one with that opinion apparently either, because you're just saying that now, and then there's also the other stuff, but I don't know. See, you can play it without the PvP. Yes, you can play the game PvE or PvP. Let's see, you have let's see, this feature should be from the start because that's when you do the most crafting. I agree. I agree. That sounds like a fun mechanic, not gonna lie. Yeah, so something that's interesting about this game is that when you make a room in your castle, which by the way, as a vampire, you do build a castle, which is like the best part in my opinion. But there is like this room mechanic where if you have an enclosed room, your crafting stations and stuff get like a bonus, and if you have the correct type of flooring, it gives them like an extra bonus. So in this game, like flooring is actually kind of important, like when you build your castles. So it's pretty neat. Where is the castle? So this is my castle. So this is one that I'm currently working on. Actually, this is a good time to take a break from that because I was kind of building and building and building. But so this is the castle I'm currently working on. I just kind of put together a lot of the structural stuff first. So if I kind of go back here, you can see it. You walk in, there's like a stable here. I'm gonna make like a servant's quarters above here. So that's gonna be like its own tower on the side. And if I walk through the front, there is a couple of areas here where I'm gonna have some, you know, stuff. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna put out here just yet. Maybe like a little patio or something. And then this is the throne room. So if I go through the throne room, you have all this. You know, I straightened out the throne so it's centered and all that, and you can see everything over here. If you enter the throne room from the other side, well, actually, if you go through here and then you walk your way up, you can see the throne from here on the second floor as well, a little bit. But there is a third floor that I put together. So if you go up here, you can look over the balcony and you can see the throne. So yeah, super cool. Gotta go to bed, have to work tomorrow. However, I'll check your videos if you are streaming. Sure, spend some time. All right, Orle, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to like subscribe or something because I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So yeah, that's usually when I stream at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can find me like streaming at those times. Let's see, my home is my castle. Yeah, let's see. Check out our channel on YouTube. We'll give you info on the game and castles too. Yep, definitely. I have a bunch of content on the game. All right, thank you so much, Orle. Have a good night. Have a good night. I'm actually wrapping things up soon. I'm pretty happy with what we got done today. We accomplished a lot, especially for the throne room. It's super like just grand, and I love the way it looks from up here. And then of course we have our little walkway through here, and we have another balcony on the other side that's not as impressive, but it's kind of more like a hidden gem, you know, where you can kind of look from this side over the cliff, which I really like. So yeah, we have a little bit of a nice little thing going on here. I didn't even use any wallpapers or anything yet, because I'm just purely trying to get stuff set up. And then underneath the throne here, we have the castle heart. And then we have 2 bedrooms back here. So these 2 bedrooms are gonna need probably some windows or something. So actually, I think I am gonna place some walls with windows. So I think I'm gonna add a window here and a window here for this. And then I'm probably gonna do the same thing on this side. Yeah, let's do that. I like this. We'll work with it. I guess I could put a 3rd window here, huh? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Put a 3rd window on that side and one on this side, and then we'll just like close this wall with something solid, because remember, we have to fit our coffin somewhere. Where's the toilet? Crap, I didn't think of that. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a toilet. Vampires don't poop. What's wrong with you? Okay. Imagine if that were true. Like, geez. Like, no bowel functions, only blood sucking. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna also, I could put like a little gate. Is this gonna open up and it barely misses the rock. This is perfect. I can make sense of this gate. Nice. And then we can walk around here if we want to for like no apparent reason, just enjoy. Yeah, I like this. This is looking real good. And then we'll do another round of fencing on the edge here. And I think we're good. All right, guys. Well, this is the last... well, actually, hold on a second. All right, this is the last of my stream. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap things up. If you happen to be a YouTube member, you will be able to access some stuff first. This Thursday or tomorrow, there's going to be the release of the next Enshrouded Let's Play video. I'm not too sure how far into the series I'm planning to go with that game, just because I have like kind of some reservations about like kind of continuing just in general on that, but I'll keep you guys updated when that comes out. Well, the 5th episode's already queued. I am gonna work on a members only video sometime, hopefully, if not this weekend, next weekend. So that should be coming out soon, maybe by next week. And I'm gonna put up a poll so you guys can vote on which demo I play for that. If you are on Twitch and you happen to have Amazon Prime, feel free to use your Prime sub or your free monthly Prime sub on the channel. Definitely appreciate it. It helps a ton. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I did make arena bathrooms on. That's a topic for another day. But I did make bathrooms in another build, Oxy. You know what? I'll send you a screenshot after stream. But yeah, so that's basically the plan for this week. Next week, I'm not sure what my stream schedule is gonna look like. I don't know what games I'm gonna play, to be honest with you guys, so we'll figure that out as we go. But I know for sure I want to do at least one V Rising stream next week because I want to continue building this castle on stream. We got a ton of stuff done on this build today, so I got way further than I thought I would, and I think it's looking really good. Thanks to the stream, no problem. Yeah, but just in general, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching and all that good stuff. I appreciate you all. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, Xolo out.